Mousey, did you see what happened to our van gang pal Pete? Dude got 15 stitches in his head after falling off his bike.
I know. I actually played Final Fantasy with him this morning. What? Yeah, Pete got into a bit of an accident. I hope he's fine. Yeah, he's okay. I'm just a bit like concerned about him. He got into a bicycle accident and had to get 15 staples on his head. I'm just like, what the and then here he is playing Final Fantasy in the morning. The only cure for a head injury is Final Fantasy. But he's fine. I'm just like, aren't you a doctor? I am not a doctor. I'm just like, they let him go home straight away after a head injury at his age. I'm just really like surprised. I'm surprised. At his guys, a head injury at any age is very bad. Especially if it's a head injury that requires 15 staples. I'm not saying he's old. I'm saying that that's a lot. That's a lot for the body to handle. But I'm not a doctor, so I'm not a doctor. What do I know? I'm not a doctor. What do I know? I know that with staples, like, they use staples to, like, they say the staples, like, heal faster than, like, if they would have, like, sutured him. If they would have, like, put stitches in and shit. I only know because I've had to get a lot of, like, staples and stitches in my life. I've had a lot of injuries myself. But 15 is a lot, especially, like, to go home, like, immediately after. But, you know, I don't know. The medical system's different over there. I don't think if that would have happened in the U.S. that they would have, like, let him be like, okay, well, you can go now. But I don't know. What do I know? I'm not a doctor or a hospital. Or you shouldn't be taking medical advice from me. I'm glad he has somebody at home. Because I think if, I would not have want him to be home, you know. But I'm sure he's fine. He was playing Final Fantasy with us, and he seemed okay. I'm glad he's doing okay. Worried about him. I hope he's okay. Worried about him. We gotta I'll check in on him. We'll check in on him. Don't worry. I'll check in on him. He's like, he wants to play more Final Fantasy, so I was like, we'll just play Final Fantasy later. There's just so many things that you could do now that can make things like look so interesting with practical effects.
Like put staples in your head.
Oh my god, I still can't believe it. Are you okay?
That's so cool. Look at that. It's a practical effect. Look what they do. They can do anything.
Did you show your staples on stream?
I did show half of them.
I want to see.
Are you able to see my screen right now?
I can.
No, we can wait till after the dungeon. But you should see, I sent my buddy, I have a picture of the cut itself before I got the staples. Oh man, it is a gnarly cut.
What? Oh god.
It's like halfway from the center of my head all the way down to my hairline.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, you cracked it in the middle?
Very middle, all the way down, yeah.
Oh my god.
It was crazy.
What the?
I bounced off the pavement like a basketball.
Oh my god. So was it like a collision with somebody else?
Yeah, the other person's called the ground. It was a, so a car was driving past me, and it kind of spooked me out, and it was a really narrow road, and the car didn't do anything wrong, and I panicked and I tried to like step off the bike, I guess, but I got my legs caught up on it, and then I tumbled, I slammed on my shoulder, and what I remember was I bounced twice off my head. And then I remember going to the hospital and stuff, and then it took about 2 hours for them to send me to a different hospital and staple it all up.
Oh my god.
So
you're not wearing a helmet.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not making excuses. Like, I don't want that to, and it wasn't a thing where I didn't think helmets were not cool or anything, but I will say that I guess I grew used to, because this was not like a bike, like the cyclothon. It was just like a regular old, like family bike.
Yeah.
And that's all it took was that. And it was really close to my house area, and I just, oopsie.